Now, do you know what a habitat is?
Yes, it is the environment where organisms live.
Exactly. But there's more to it. Habitat means where an organism lives. So for you, your house is your habitat. And for camels, desert is their habitat. But it's not just because we live in a house or camels live in the desert that makes these places the habitat. A habitat provides shelter, food, water, and air, which are the basic needs for an organism to survive.
And if you think about it, several different plants and animals live in the same habitat.
Oh, just like in the game, I classified sharks and dolphins as sea creatures, and I classified lions, tigers, and bears as forest creatures.
Exactly. Did you notice anything common between the animals and their habitats?
Well, I think so. I put the dolphins, sharks, and the other fishes together and characterized them as sea animals because they live in water and have the characteristics to survive there, but not the lions or bears. Similarly, the sharks and dolphins will not survive on land.
Good job. I am impressed.
Good job!
Just like you said, different animals got their characteristics for survival for their own habitat. Let's look at fishes and camels for an example. Let's start with what the environment is like where they live. The fishes, like you mentioned earlier, live in the sea. And as you know, the seawater is saline.
So, how do they breathe?
They use the air that is dissolved in water.
Oh, right.
Now think of when we visited the desert. You remember it was pretty cool in the night, right?
But extremely hot in the daytime.
Exactly. And the plants and animals that live in the desert breathe from the air present in the surrounding.
I see. Now that I think about it, the fishes and the camels are very different from one another. I can picture why they would not survive a change in their habitat.
Good job. Let me tell you more about it. Come here with the photo you got from the attic. Look carefully at the camel. The body structure of the camel helps it survive in the desert condition. These long legs help keep the body away from the heat of the sand.
What's even more exciting is the fact that they excrete small amounts of urine and their dung is dry and they do not sweat. Isn't that surprising?
Oh, yes. That is indeed very surprising. I remember sweating so much that I had to change my clothes.
And you remember those big humps that they have?
Yes, I do.
That is in fact very useful for a camel's survival because that is where they store water. Since they lose very little water from their bodies, they can live without it for many days.